Welcome back, groovy ghoulies, to another installment of Deadheaddaddy's Creepy Things. We have a horrible show in store for you, including reviews of some pungent movies, music, and comics. You'll also meet my new cohort in carnage, Jeremy Adkins. You're gonna love him. But before we get into this freak show, I wanted to say a word about independent film. You see, most of the films that we review aren't for just anybody. But if you want to dig deep into the grave of sinful cinema, we have some real treats in store for you. These movies are often a labor of love, and all the actors, writers, directors, and everyone involved. Often a learning process as they go. It's a labor of love. Their ideas are often more original than the big ghouls could ever offer you. And often they accomplish these things on a very low budget. A very low budget. They make you feel like you're watching something you shouldn't be by the very nature of their subversiveness. Well, enough of my teeth chattering. Let's get on with the show.
Reels for the Wretched.
Today, on Reels for the Wretched, we are going to be dissecting Hank Vs The Undead from Wreak Havoc Productions and Easter Sunday from Northgate Pictures. I'll tell you what, the guys behind both of these films were among the first to respond when I reached out for help to get this whole podcast started. And both Hank and Easter Sunday helped set the tone and the direction for this whole show. A big thanks to Sammy Castle, Dan Sellers, and Jason Delgado for all their advice and support. I could not be doing it without them. So anyways, let's get into the reviews, starting with Hank Vs. The Undead. What this is basically about is a group of teenagers that go on a camping trip without them realizing that the zombie apocalypse has started. So, it gets down to Hank, who's a big scaredy cat afraid of his own shadow, to save the world and his hometown that has been overrun. I'll tell you what, this film is completely a labor of love. It's definitely what you consider a no-budget movie. We've all seen them before, the films that look and feel like a bunch of friends just got together to make a movie for the fun of it. But therein lies the strength behind Hank. It definitely feels like a labor of love. Everyone from the actors to the FX crew to the director obviously put their hearts and souls into this project, and it shows the entire time. Colton Snodgrass is great as our cowardly hero Hank, and actress Ashley Victoria Atkinson as Greta is really enjoyable to watch as well. They just basically really hold the film together as the undead are trying to tear everything apart. Special effects, they didn't have a whole lot of budget, so they're not the best effects, but actually they really help with the whole campy feel of the whole thing. So definitely love this film. It's also really cool because, excuse me, I think I need a lozenge. But anyways, it's really cool because, if you get the DVD, which is out now, there's a bonus feature on there featuring a kind of sequel about Hank versus Dracula. It's really short, but it's really cool. Just as good as the other one. So seriously, I really dig this movie. It was a great, fun movie to watch. Highly recommend it. Definitely check it out. Now, Easter Sunday, which you see the cool stand-up behind me on the set here, is a completely different beast than Hank. But it's every bit as enjoyable to watch. You know, it's been nearly 24 years since serial killer Douglas Fisher was executed on Easter night. This year, a group of partying teens not only want to raise some hell, but they literally raise the dead. Doug Fisher kills everyone in sight. If you're not careful, you'll lose your head too. This Easter night. So, basically, what you really need to understand to enjoy Easter Sunday is everything you see on screen is 100% intentional. From the lighting to the acting to the special effects, they all did it. This is a big, massive horror satire because they loved 80s slasher films. Jason Delgado has also told me that this was the first movie they made. It took them 2 years to make it, and they've learned so much that when the next movie comes out, you're going to be blown away. But Easter Sunday, again, amazing, amazing, amazing film. Hilarious. The special effects are far better than you think they would be. Jason Delgado, again, as the buddy man, really just steals the show. And it is important to note that Robert Dazar, who you may know from the Maniac Cop movies, this was unfortunately the last movie he was ever in before he passed away, but he does a great job in it as the cop. Again, just a great movie. I loved it, and obviously I'm pushing it. And the soundtrack, totally rocking, kicked some serious butt, and I will be talking about that soundtrack here in a little bit. So just stick around for that. So seriously, Easter Sunday is going to be available on DVD this March, but you can pre-order it on Amazon. So I would highly recommend picking that up. Do it. Also, go ahead and pick up Hank as well. Like I said, it's available. And just get out there and support independent films, because these guys are working hard to entertain us. Again, they love what they're doing, and it shows when it's done right. I also want to let you know, if you're interested in these movies, there will be links to their websites in the description below us, somewhere down here. And I will also be posting on the actual YouTube channel on our playlist. There's a Creepy Things playlist. You will be able to check out the trailers for these movies. And hopefully, if I do my job right, the trailers to every movie we do. So seriously, dig these movies. Check them out. If you see them, let me know. Put in the comments section. Tell me what you thought of them. Or you can do so on the Facebook page as well for Deadheaddaddy's Creepy Things. So stay creepy, boys and ghouls. We got so much more coming up on the show.
Jeremy's Pics from the Vault.
Hey, horror fanatics. This is Jeremy's Pics from the Vault. This is going to be a segment on the podcast I'm mostly gonna focus on, old classic horror movies and old comics and stuff like that. I'll throw in some new stuff every now and then. Like this week, I'm mostly just gonna review new stuff. And the first thing I want to review is a comic that I just started getting into, and it's Black Eyed Kids by Joe Pruitt. It's got awesome art, awesome story. I highly recommend it if you like the X-Files, if you like the Twilight Zone. It's kind of a mix of all those, and plus, it's kind of like reminding me of Village of the Damned. It's basically the story opens up. You just see these kids walking into this real small town, and they just start killing people, and you find out at the end of the first volume that these kids are possessed by aliens, and these aliens are overtaking the earth, and they're taking over the earth because human beings are like cattle to them, they're food. It's an awesome story, and it's one of the few comic books that there's some truly creepy parts. I just highly recommend it. It's my favorite comic from 2016. Go pick it up, read it. It's awesome. And this is my final review. And this is I'm going to review the movie Hangman. It's my favorite horror movie from 2016, and I highly recommend seeing this film. I know some of you are probably thinking, man, I've never even seen Hangman. I've never even heard of it. It's a very, I think it's the most underrated movie from 2016 as well. This, I've been watching horror since I was in grade school, and this is the first horror movie that like genuinely gave me a wide range of emotions. It creeped me out. Um, in some parts, it made me sad. Some parts, uh, I mean, there was one scene where I even felt sorry for this psychotic guy in the movie. Basically, the story is that you have this family that goes on vacation, and this guy breaks into their house, and he starts living in their attic, and he sets up cameras all throughout the house. And so this family comes back from vacation. They go back into the house. They don't know. They have no idea he's in the house. And he just stalks them for days, watching their every move, hearing everything they say, and it's like that all throughout the movie, and it is just genuinely creepy. And the end is just horrifying. I highly recommend it. My favorite movie from 2016. Go get it. Go see it. Let me know if you liked it. And that's really it for this episode. And I hope you'll keep watching. I hope you'll subscribe and keep watching and supporting us so we can keep doing this. Thanks.
Well, my lovers of the lewd, I hope you enjoyed the second episode of Deadheaddaddy's Creepy Things. This one was a lot of fun to do. I think this episode's definitely better than the first one. I again want to thank Jeremy Adkins for helping out and being my brand new co-host. We have got lots in store for you guys, lots and lots of cool stuff coming up. We're going to be shooting on location. We have some cool interviews coming up, and of course lots of cool movies and comic books and books to talk about too. So again, thank you for watching our show. I appreciate it. As always, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and you can check out Deadheaddaddy's Creepy Things on Facebook, where there's all kinds of content not here. So please check us out. Again, thanks for doing so. And as always, stay creepy.